Isla Veterinary Clinic, Animal Medical Clinic, Booney Bed and Breakfast, Wise Owl Animal Clinic, and both Harper Veterinary and Quarantine Facility all have one thing in common. They don't have building or occupancy permits on file. That's according to DPW Deputy Director Carl Dominguez. He was responding to a Freedom of Information Act request made by Wise Owl vet Dr. Joel Joseph. In his letter dated August 24th, Dominguez writes, quote, "After an extensive search, we were unable to locate any building or occupancy permits for the following business names you provided," end quote. Joseph believes he's being unfairly targeted by the government. In recent weeks, DPW filed a criminal complaint against Joseph for lacking a building or occupancy permit. The permits are issued by DPW and are required for all businesses wishing to occupy a building or build a new facility from scratch. The permits will ensure that the building is up to safety and building code standards. Without one, these businesses would technically be operating illegally. So where are those permits?
Apparently, after many hours of searching, our permits personnel were not able to find documents requested by Dr. Joseph regarding building permits and certificates of occupancies for other veterinary clinics.
Okay.
Does that mean we don't have them? Possibly, but it might be in our files somewhere, but the former administrator who controlled the files never coached the staff on how on his filing systems. If not, we'll search the computer files, and as a last resort, we'll send out our inspectors to the businesses to see if they can produce any records.
Oh. Dr. Velma Harper, owner of Harper Clinic and Harper Quarantine Facility, tells PNC News that she's had a building permit for her quarantine facility since it first opened in 1982. As for her veterinary clinic in East Agana, Harper says she is in the process of getting one. She says she was never told that she needed an occupancy permit in the process of moving her clinic to another location, which has now been open for 3 years. But Dominguez says this error should have been caught months ago.
She needed to get a building permit and a certificate of occupancy.
Okay.
Why? Because the building she occupied was not a veterinary clinic. It was something else, to the best of my knowledge. From my learning the permitting process over here at DPW, the 20-some months I've been here, I believe we should have caught it then.
Okay.
Why did it happen? Why did we miss it? I don't have an explanation for you this afternoon.
A message left with Isla Clinic was not returned as of news time. Booney Bed and Breakfast's owner Brett Silk says he has his business license and was inspected by DPW when he first opened. An employee from Animal Medical Clinic says Dr. Malakuti does have a DPW permit, while Dominguez warns that in fairness to Dr. Joseph, he plans to investigate the other clinics. He does not want to shut them down.
Actually, we don't have the ability to close them down, and actually we don't want to close them down. What we want them to do is just comply.
Okay.